You guys don't need to worry about me getting revenge from Diddy. I've got 3 moves that make sure he'll never be able to come after me or my family. First, I personally reached out to the victims' legal teams. The real reason he's not getting out is those buried cases behind the scenes. I provided legal funding for 7 victims who had been silent for years and brought in the top criminal attorneys in the country. Second, I bought up every potential post-release business deal he had lined up. I planned this 2 years in advance, so by the time he got sentenced and still had hope of getting out, every partner had already cut ties with him. Third, I don't just have evidence, I've got backups. This is an entire minefield that's been buried for 20 years. I uncovered every secret from the last 30 years. With testimonies from the victims, we interviewed over a dozen people he tricked, threatened, or violated. You think that's harsh? No, he destroyed other people's lives for decades. I'm just making sure he spends a few extra years in prison for it. I'm not afraid of his people, not afraid of his threats. I know he's still in there fantasizing about a comeback, but the truth is, he's never coming back.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second.
Is this real life? I feel crazy. The world is spinning around me. What's happening? You have 4 eyes. I have 2 fingers. Ah!
For years, the industry treated certain moments as background noise clips laughed off, timelines blurred, questions postponed. What circulated publicly was framed as celebrity culture rather than examined as a pattern. Now, with 50 Cent's second documentary, fragments once dismissed are being reorganized, not into accusation, but into chronology. At the center is Sean Diddy, Combs, a figure whose influence shaped access and opportunity, and Justin Bieber, a child star who entered adult systems long before adulthood. This is not a story about scandal. It is about power, silence, and how long systems can function without scrutiny when too many benefit from restraint.
Yeah, so as soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna let you rock this every time you
Right here?
yeah, this gonna be yours. So every time you come in LA, it's a little dusty, but come get the front shot.
Man.
And then out. Minute.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down, you gotta, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
Alright, 16.
You're not ready. Let's slow down. Let's slow down, Justin.
Okay.
Let's slow down,
One
okay?
step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when when you get 16. You're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Alright.
Then, when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. I get the mansion?
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
Going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you wanna do? What you wanna do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go get some girls.
Man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about.
Justin Bieber's rise was presented as a cultural miracle, but behind the spectacle was a minor navigating adult authority structures with little visible insulation. Archival appearances show him embedded in spaces defined by access, hierarchy, and unspoken rules. Environments rarely designed for children. At the time, these moments circulated openly, explained away as eccentric mentorship rather than examined as institutional risk. The issue is not a single event, but repetition and normalization. When exposure replaces protection and visibility substitutes for consent, who is responsible for what quietly disappears?
You understand? You got people in the industry that's been saying for years, this man is having sex with underage. So now the federal government is looking at that like, yo, when is somebody gonna come forward? We got this information, this alleged information, but nobody's willing to come forward. Then they go on and say, yo, Shakur Stewart mysteriously dead. Supposed to be a self-inflicted wound. Person that had everything going for him in their life. Kim Porter dead. Somebody's car gets blown up. This guy is walking around threatening other actors, people. Somebody got to get involved in it. If it ain't the state, let it be the feds. Somebody got to stop him. He lucky that God given him the opportunity to be stopped while he's alive, then have to go to hell and face that shit. He got a chance to repent now, change his life.
You mentioned minors, and a lot of people have been trying to drag Justin Bieber into this situation because there's a lot of suspect looking videos with Diddy and Bieber in it, and they're making a lot of allegations.
50 Cent's commentary has existed for years, often categorized as provocation or rivalry rather than signal. In retrospect, those remarks now sit differently, less as confrontation, more as persistence. His documentary does not present evidence, it presents memory, preserved against time. The implication is subtle but important. Early warnings often come from the margins, not institutions. When criticism is inconvenient, it is easier to question motive than content. How many signals are dismissed simply because acknowledging them would destabilize established power?
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh?
No,
you ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, you tried to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
It's 555.
Yes. Okay.
5555.
Okay. 55. You heard that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm here to because you've been a big supporter of mine, all jokes aside. This right here is my young brother right here. He's been a big supporter of mine. My album's coming out, and we got the crew going around now. You in New York, the Dirty Money crew.
Are you
all right?
serious?
There you go.
That is
Justin Bieber.
Swag.
Is it your swag? And then you got to do the swag walk too.
Okay.
I got to show you the swag walk.
You show me the swag walk.
And Scooter, Scoop, manager, mogul extraordinaire, you too.
I just got much cooler.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Money.
Dirty money. Okay, so when we walk down the streets of New York, we hit them like this. So me and you walking, we hanging out, a little later on the night after the Usher concert,
You don't get those ladies, right?
Yeah, after that, the ladies, we in the street, Times Square, we go, swag. You see that? You see my hand right there? That's pushing the hate back. There's a lot of hate sometimes.
Right,
Swag. Swag. Try it.
So this hand?
Yeah, hand.
Okay.
This hand. Push it back like you're pushing the wind back. Swag. Ooh. You got it, son. You got it. That's right, my boy Bieber, official member of the Dirty Money.
Get his album, it's Last Train to Paris. It is, you know, it's gonna be the greatest album you've ever heard. It's got a lot of cool songs, a lot of people on it. You got
Drake on there.
Drake on there.
Lil Wayne.
Chris
Brown.
I
wanted to do a song with you, but you was on tour.
He was gonna do
Usher, Big Brother Usher.
Big Brother Usher. So everybody's on this album. Go get this album. Last Train to Paris.
Yeah, get it.
We're out.
Peace.
All right.
Sean Combs' role in the industry extended beyond celebrity. It functioned as infrastructure. Access to his orbit translated into opportunity, acceleration, and protection, while distance often meant delay. Justin Bieber's proximity reflected a broader industry logic where advancement flowed through individuals rather than systems. Oversight in such arrangements becomes informal and selective. The concern raised is not what can be proven, but what was permitted. When opportunity depends on proximity to authority, how freely can boundaries be enforced?
You know, Diddy bought his son a Bentley. Maybe, you know, he could buy you one also.
Got me a Lamborghini. And
Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house. And he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Well, apparently not.
Some things, everything ain't for everybody.
Do you believe the guy in the tape is white?
If he's bigger than Diddy, and he's not none of the names that I said, probably so. But then they say he was young too.
Yeah, they say he was young.
Let me get his name right. I hope it ain't the Bieber. I hope it's not the Bieber.
That's a good one. It might be him. But if they saying that the guy is young and he's an A-lister, I can't think of that many black people, man.
Right, not at all. And somebody that more powerful, more of a celebrity than Diddy, you understand what I'm saying? If they were saying somebody that was more celebrity than Diddy and he was an A-lister, he was younger, you know what I'm saying? And if he's not black, it would have to be the Bieber. That's his name, Bieber? They said I got that wrong too. Justin Bieber, allegedly. I don't know, bro.
Right. But when you heard the news that Diddy, he had a tape with another man, did that catch you by surprise or no?
Well, all this shit is by surprise to me. A lot of this shit is by surprise to me, to be totally honest, man. Because I knew Puff, I knew Puff Daddy.
Years earlier, Usher publicly described entering Diddy's world as a teenager, later acknowledging exposure to adult realities before emotional readiness. This matters not as rumor, but as record. When similar trajectories repeat across generations, coincidence becomes harder to sustain.
I knew Diddy before he was Love and Brother Love and back to Diddy. So, no, but the diddler, he's the diddler now. A lot of it's surprising, but it's not unheard of. Because you hear of all kinds of shit, and whether it registered with you or you internalize it or something like that, that's a whole nother story. But a lot of this stuff is crazy. But this is the world that we live in now, man. That these individuals thinks it's all right. Bruh, when does it comes all right to be sitting there eating food off a naked woman? When did we start doing what they do? Let's keep it a buck. When did we start doing what they do? These guys is popping pills. These got Jay-Z dancing with a chick that's into cannibalism.
The implication is continuity without reform, trust transferred forward without structural correction. If discomfort was recognized once, why did the architecture remain unchanged for the next young artist?
Might make you change your mind. Look at Lil Nas X. He fizzled out fast too.
So would you say someone like Justin Bieber is a victim? I just seen he is reportedly selling his whole catalog because he's broke.
Yeah. Yeah. And once he finishes getting that money, I don't understand why he's broke. He didn't have to be broke. Usher just wouldn't stop robbing him.
Damn.
I mean, Usher couldn't keep his hands out of his pocket. It's funny. He got him signed and turned over custody to Diddy. Boy was never the same, and neither was Usher's pockets, because Usher's been living off of Justin Bieber's money. He ain't been living off of his own. Because the truth is, Usher don't really make that kind of money. And I'm really just kind of sick and tired of Usher.
Yeah,
I'm really kind of disgusted with Usher Raymond, who does Greek wrestling nude with men over Frosted Flakes, allegedly. Like, I'm sick and tired of this guy who everyone knows got the Diddy bumps, who's been sued for passing them on, lost, is still sitting there disgracing women in front of their men who bought the tickets to, like that whole scheme.
He's causing a lot of divorce courts.
Yeah, but why? He don't even want them. He don't want them women. He's literally doing it just to destroy relationships.
As scrutiny around Diddy intensified, responses diverged. Some spoke cautiously, others not at all, while 50 Cent escalated his narrative. This contrast reveals an unspoken industry equation. Silence preserves access. Speech introduces risk. Loyalty and self-preservation blur until they are indistinguishable. The issue is not morality, but structure systems that reward discretion over disclosure. When remaining quiet becomes the safest option, where does accountability reside?
I watched a video of an interview of Justin Bieber, and he was talking about Billie Eilish. And he was like, he was broke, almost in tears. He's like, I just want to protect her. I just want to keep her safe.
Yeah.
What do you think he went through?
Because he knows
like,
what's been happening to Billie. Just like everybody knew what was happening to Millie Bobby Brown girl with Drake. These people are monsters.
Real life. It ain't real life. Just ain't real life. Real life street star. You know what time it is.
Jermaine Dupri said something interesting. He said the reason that R&B isn't as powerful as it is anymore is because children are going to church.
Yeah.
What is it about the transfer from the spiritual to the secular do you believe that's what made R&B so powerful?
Understand this. Rhythm and blues was a combination of gospel and soul music. Because soul music has always been around in one form or another. It's just evolved throughout the years. And you got gospel, rhythm and blues. That's what put that together. That's why they made such a big stink about the Ray Charles incorporating gospel sounds into secular music. Because they wanted people to separate the two. This is demon, this is good. The truth is none of that's real. There is no bad, there is no good. There is what is and there is what is not. And that's sad. But when you take the spirit that comes from that.
Justin Bieber has not publicly accused Diddy of criminal conduct, but his later reflections form an emotional record that complicates simplified interpretations. He speaks of anxiety, disorientation, and loss of control during formative years surrounded by adults with competing interests. These statements do not allege wrongdoing, they describe impact. Harm, in many systems, surfaces not as accusation but as aftermath. If damage appears years later without a single event to point to, how does an industry acknowledge responsibility?
The witness that just testified against Diddy to the grand jury and had to give up 8 videotapes to the feds that contained celebrities in these freak-offs with Diddy is now listing some of the names that he saw on these tapes. And this man said that he got these tapes from a very close friend of Kim Porter's, and these were Kim Porter's tapes that she was going to use against Diddy. And some of the names that he says are some that we have heard rumored over the years. He said he saw Justin Bieber on this tape and he appeared to be underage during this time. He also saw Usher on these tapes and Usher definitely appeared to be underage. And this one gave me the chills because we've heard that Usher is the one that sent Justin Bieber to Diddy. Courtney Burgess sat down with the Too Strong channel here on YouTube and started naming some of the celebrities that he saw on these tapes.
Were kids involved in these parties that you can verify from looking at the tapes?
If Justin Bieber was older than he's supposed to have been, yes. If Usher was older, well, Usher was definitely young.
Okay.
You understand? His shoulder part was the blood was all in his bed. You understand? It looked like they came home from a event, a party or something.
Went on to explain how Danny Boy was also in one of these videos with Mary J. Blige and Diddy together. And Danny Boy admitted when he was 15 that Mary J. Blige flew him out to New York and he slept with her while he was underage.
When allegations involving Diddy entered formal legal proceedings, the conversation shifted from speculation to procedure. Courts narrowed what could be claimed while clarifying what could be examined. Legal outcomes address actions, not cultures, leaving structural questions unresolved. The implication is precise. Legality does not equate to ethical sufficiency. When a case concludes, does the obligation to examine enabling systems conclude with it?
Mary J.
Danny Boy, okay.
You know what Danny Boy is?
I heard that before. I don't, I've been so far away from hip hop, I forgot, but I have heard that name, Danny Boy.
Danny Boy, back then, he looked like he was about 16. They both was about.
He also claimed that Jaden Smith, Will Smith's son, were in these videos, and he also said that there was photographs and videos of Diddy eating off of young girls.
Pictures or images of any of this stuff?
Yeah, I got Justin Bieber, Will Smith's son, whatever his name is. Other females on the table, they was young. He was eating off them. A lot of entertainments. And then I got calls from certain wanted to get the tape out of my hand. And I said, I don't know what you're talking about.
And I have said that if this man testified to the grand jury, the feds had to have some reason to bring him in to actually testify against Diddy. But y'all let me know what you guys think about this man naming all of the people on the Diddy tapes in the comments.
The convergence of 50 Cent, Diddy, and Justin Bieber reveals a familiar dynamic. Power concentrates upward, vulnerability flows downward, and accountability arrives last. Youth is marketed as authenticity, access is framed as mentorship, and silence is rewarded as professionalism. This is not a story of certainty, but of conditions repeated across time. If the same architecture continues producing the same tensions, at what point does the structure itself become the subject?
Now, do you think he has a mole or an informant in his camp that's cooperating?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Listen, bro. Just doing law enforcement myself, just take for instance. I think the individual was a Syracuse former basketball player named Jason Barnes or Beard or something like that. He already had drug charges against him. The day Diddy house get raided, they catch him getting on a plane and they put him into custody. Didn't that sound a little weird? People didn't catch that.
They either put him in custody for a couple of reasons. You understand? One, to make a witness out of him, or to safeguard him and protect him for anything that could happen to him, because they had already stated, allegedly, that he was some kind of mule for the people over there at Diddy's house. So now, with that information, that he was already known by the government for drug charges, wouldn't that be an individual that you use? I'm gonna give you something different. And I'm gonna give you something else that people don't even think. On the other day, I seen on the video that Puff had ran into Justin Bieber. They met up, and he started tapping him as if he was searching him, and see if he had some kind of device on. Did you see that?
Yep.
Check this out. What if the federal government have already talked to Justin Bieber? And Diddy did that on tape. That means in his mind, he thinks this person may be a witness, right?
Investigative documentaries do not deliver verdicts. They preserve questions institutions prefer to forget. What emerges here is not proof, but imbalance, maintained quietly until cultural conditions shift. Power moved efficiently, protected by success and softened by spectacle, while scrutiny waited. Systems rarely collapse under scandal alone. They endure through collective reluctance to interrogate them. When the screen fades to black, who ensures the cycle does not simply reset?